Laziness doesn't just steal time, it steals dreams, opportunities, and your future. At the beginning of my journey, I had no money, no connections, and no elite education. But one thing I had was action. Many people wait for the right moment, but I ask, if not now, when? If not you, who? The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who bury them lies in how they handle their days. Are you building your future or just watching the days pass by? The problem isn't a lack of knowledge. The world is full of information, courses, and tutorials on how to be successful. But how many people actually apply what they learn? I always say, people fail not because they don't know what to do, but because they don't do what they know. They wait to feel ready, they wait for a push, but that push never comes. The truth is, no one is going to wake you up one morning and say, now is your chance. That responsibility is yours. I've met many talented people who never got anywhere. Why? Because they waited too long. Meanwhile, ordinary people, those who weren't the smartest or the most talented, kept moving forward and made things happen. What defines success is not talent, but the discipline to take action, even when you don't feel motivated. Laziness convinces you that resting today won't make a difference. But the truth is that every lost day is one less day to get where you want to be. Many people ask me, Jack Ma, what is the secret to success? And I answer, daily action and consistency. Your future isn't determined by one big moment of luck, but by the small daily choices you make. Do you want to be successful? Then ask yourself right now, what have I done today to get closer to my goal? If the answer is nothing, then laziness has already started stealing your future. And the worst part is that laziness is silent. You don't realize you're losing time until it's too late. One day turns into a week, then a month, then a year, and when you look back, you realize you missed incredible chances simply because you didn't have the courage to start. But there's still time. The secret is to understand that action beats laziness every single time. And if you're waiting for a sign to start, this is your sign. Now, how do you turn this desire into real action? Many people spend their lives waiting for the right moment to start. They say, I just need a little more motivation. But the truth is, that moment never comes. Motivation is an illusion. You don't feel inspired to act, you act, and then motivation appears. When I started Alibaba, no one believed that a group of teachers and young people with no experience could build a digital empire. If we had waited for the perfect moment, the company would never have existed. I see so many people waiting for that spark, that energy that will make them get up and change their lives. But motivation doesn't come before action. It comes as a result of action. The moment you start working on something, your brain adapts, your body gets into rhythm, and motivation naturally arises. That's why successful people don't wait for the perfect mindset. They just start. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates progress. And progress creates motivation. People ask me, Jack Ma, how did you stay motivated in the beginning? And I answer, I didn't stay motivated. I kept moving. In the early years of Alibaba, my team and I worked without guarantees. There was no certainty of success, no big investors backing us. But we woke up every day and did what needed to be done. Why? Because we knew that if we didn't start, no one would do it for us. If you want to achieve something, forget motivation and focus on discipline. The danger of waiting for motivation is that it puts you in a cycle of procrastination. You wait to feel ready, but that day never comes, so you keep postponing. The longer you wait, the harder it is to start. It's a dangerous mental game because the world doesn't wait for anyone. Opportunities come and go, and those who hesitate get left behind. Opportunities don't just appear. They reveal themselves to those in motion. So if you want to change your life, stop waiting to feel like it. Start now, even without motivation. Take the first step, even if it's small. Because when you move, your brain adapts, your energy shifts, and suddenly you realize you're already on the right path. And what comes next? Have you ever stopped to think about the price you pay every time you decide to postpone something? Laziness doesn't charge visible interest, but the bill comes, and it's higher than you think. Every time you choose to stand still, you lose an opportunity that may never return. I always say, laziness doesn't just stop your progress, it kills your momentum. And without momentum, even the best ideas and talents die before they become something real. The scariest part is that laziness doesn't destroy dreams all at once. It does so slowly, silently. You don't notice you're losing something at the moment, but days pass, weeks turn into months, and suddenly, years are gone without progress. At Alibaba, I saw many talented people fall behind because they hesitated. They had great ideas, but always put them off. The problem is, the world doesn't wait. While you procrastinate, someone more disciplined is taking the space that could have been yours. When I started my journey, no one gave me a chance. I failed school exams, was rejected from 30 jobs, and even KFC wouldn't hire me. But do you know what made the difference? I never stopped, because I knew that every day of inaction meant a lost opportunity. When you delay your goals, you're trading growth for temporary comfort. But today's comfort can become tomorrow's frustration. And the worst part is that laziness doesn't just impact you, it affects your family, your friends, and your legacy. When you choose not to act, you're teaching others that it's okay to live below their potential. I often say, your laziness isn't just affecting you, it's affecting your legacy. If you won't move for yourself, then do it for the people who depend on you, for the people who look up to you, even if you don't realize it. So what is the real cost of laziness? Simple. The time you will never get back. Opportunities come and go, and most of them don't return. But here's the good news. If you're reading this right now, there's still time to change. The key to making up for lost time is simple. Act now. And there's a secret that can help you stop procrastination the moment it appears. Have you ever had a brilliant idea, felt an impulse to act, and then, just a few seconds later, talked yourself out of it? This is how your brain works. It's designed to protect you from discomfort, including growth. The longer you wait to act on an idea, the greater the chances that doubt will take over and you will give up. That's why I follow one simple rule. When you feel the urge to take action, move within 5 seconds. If you don't, your brain will sabotage you. I've seen countless people lose golden opportunities simply because they hesitated. They had the talent, the knowledge, and even the chance right in front of them, but they overthought it. At Alibaba, we had moments when we had to make decisions fast. Waiting too long would mean missing out. The truth is, the most successful entrepreneurs and innovators don't have superpowers. They've just mastered the art of immediate execution when an opportunity appears. When I started Alibaba, I had no experience running a business. In fact, my venture capitalist once told me, "Jack, you should step down as CEO because you don't know how to be a CEO." But I didn't listen. Instead of overthinking my limitations, I acted. And that's what made all the difference. The world rewards action, not hesitation. Opportunities don't just appear, they reveal themselves to those in motion. This simple rule, acting within 5 seconds, can change your life. The next time you feel an impulse to send that email, make that call, start that project, or take that first step toward your dream, don't overthink it. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. This tiny shift in behavior creates momentum, and momentum creates success. Action beats laziness every single time. If you look at any great success story, you will find one common theme: decisive action. The question isn't whether you'll have ideas or motivation. The question is whether you'll act on them before your doubts kill them. So, the next time you hesitate, remember this. If you don't move within 5 seconds, you probably never will. And once you understand this, the next step is learning how to overcome laziness with small, consistent actions. Change doesn't happen overnight. Many people fail to improve their lives because they believe transformation must be radical. But the truth is, Small, consistent steps create extraordinary results over time. When I started Alibaba, I didn't wake up one morning with a billion-dollar company. It was built through small daily actions, executed relentlessly. People overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can achieve in a year of disciplined effort. Most people get stuck because they wait for motivation to take big leaps. But here's the secret. Discipline isn't about making big moves. It's about taking small actions every day, even when you don't feel like it. I've always told my team that success isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. Imagine planting a tree. You don't see growth immediately, but if you water it every day, one day, it becomes strong and unshakable. Many people think they need a perfect plan before they start, but perfection is an excuse for procrastination. If I had waited to know everything about e-commerce before launching Alibaba, we wouldn't exist today. Instead, I focused on small improvements daily. One email sent, one connection made, one challenge tackled. These tiny steps, repeated consistently, create momentum. Never stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. The biggest mistake is believing that change has to be drastic. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. If you want to be more productive, start by working just 5 minutes longer. If you want to be healthier, start with 1 glass of water or a 10-minute walk. These small actions retrain your brain to embrace discipline without resistance. The key isn't speed, it's direction. At the end of the day, your future isn't built on grand gestures. It's built on the small choices you make every day. If you commit to taking just one small step toward your goal daily, a year from now, you will be in a completely different place. The question is, will you choose to act today, or will you keep waiting for the right time? And if you're waiting, be careful. The most dangerous phrase in the world is coming next. One day I will is the most dangerous phrase in the world. It sounds harmless, but it kills more dreams than failure ever could. Every time you say it, you're programming your brain to delay action. The truth is, there is no one day. There is only today. When I started Alibaba, I didn't wait for the perfect moment. If I had, I would still be waiting. Successful people don't wait for opportunities. They create them. I've met thousands of people with brilliant ideas who never acted on them. They always had an excuse. I'm too busy. I'll start when I have more money, or I just need to be more prepared. But readiness is a myth. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. If you keep waiting for the right conditions, you'll wake up one day realizing that years have passed and the opportunity is gone. When I was younger, I applied to dozens of jobs and was rejected over and over again. I didn't tell myself, one day I'll try again. No, I tried again immediately. Even Harvard rejected me 10 times, but I didn't let that stop me. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. Successful people don't let failure turn into hesitation. They keep moving forward no matter what. Procrastination is like a slow poison. It doesn't kill your dreams instantly, but it weakens them little by little until there's nothing left. The problem with saying one day is that you don't realize how much time you're losing until it's too late. Laziness is silently stealing your dreams. Every time you delay action, you're allowing someone else to take the opportunity that could have been yours. So ask yourself, how many times have you said, one day I will? And what if, instead of one day, you said, today I start? Because the truth is, the only way to change your future is to change what you do right now. And if you want to take real action, the next step is to fix the one thing that controls your success more than anything else. Most people don't realize it, but your environment plays a massive role in your success. If you surround yourself with distractions, laziness becomes easy. If you surround yourself with ambitious, disciplined people, action becomes natural. The reality is simple. Your environment shapes your habits. You don't need more willpower. You need a better environment that makes productivity effortless. When we started Alibaba, we didn't have the best technology or resources, but we created an environment where action was the only option. Every day we reminded ourselves, if we don't move forward, we will fail. I've always believed that your surroundings should push you towards success, not pull you into procrastination. If you want to change your life, start by changing your environment. Your workspace, the people you interact with, the things you consume online, these all influence how you think and act. If you're constantly in a space filled with distractions, how can you expect to focus? If you spend time with people who complain and make excuses, how can you stay motivated? Your brain adapts to whatever environment you create. If you want to be productive, build an environment that makes laziness uncomfortable. One of the best things you can do is spend time around people who inspire you. I always say, if you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit, change yourself. You don't need to wait for external motivation. Just place yourself in situations where success is the natural outcome. Instead of forcing yourself to be disciplined, create a system where discipline is automatic. So, if you're struggling with action, take a look around. Is your environment helping you move forward, or is it holding you back? Because the truth is, success isn't just about what you do, it's also about where you do it. And once you get your environment right, the next step is mastering the golden rule of success. If you want to be successful, there's one rule you must follow. Never stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who give up isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's the ability to keep going when others quit. Success is not about speed, it's about consistency. Anyone can work hard for a day, but only a few have the discipline to do it every day. When I built Alibaba, there were countless moments when I was exhausted, uncertain, and full of doubt. But I reminded myself, the people who quit never know how close they were to success. Most people give up not because they fail, but because they get tired. They think success is about short bursts of effort, but the truth is, it's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. If you look at the world's greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and innovators, you'll notice one thing. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. The best runners don't stop when they feel tired. They push through. The best musicians don't practice only when they feel like it. They practice every day. And the best entrepreneurs don't build businesses only when things are easy. They keep going even in the hardest times. The biggest mistake is thinking that working hard for a short time is enough. I've seen many people start with enthusiasm, but give up the moment they face obstacles. But real success is about endurance. The journey is long, and there will be days when you don't feel like continuing. That's when you must remember, action beats laziness every single time. So the next time you feel like stopping, ask yourself, am I stopping because I'm tired or because I finished what I started? If you're tired, rest, but don't quit. Because the only people who truly fail are the ones who stop before they reach the finish line. And if you're going to push forward, make sure you're building something meaningful, because the next step is deciding if you're just surviving or creating a lasting legacy. Every single day, you are making a choice to build something meaningful or to simply exist. Many people go through life just trying to get by, but is that really enough? What impact are you leaving behind? When I started Alibaba, I didn't just want to create a company. I wanted to create something that would outlive me. Because success isn't about money or status. It's about the difference you make in the world. Most people think short-term. They focus on getting through the week, paying bills, and staying comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. If you only think about surviving today, you'll never build something that lasts. I always tell young entrepreneurs, if you want to change your life, stop thinking about next week. Start thinking about the next 10 years. Legacy is built through vision and persistence. Some people believe their actions only affect them, but that's a lie. Your choices shape the world around you. If you choose laziness, you're not just limiting yourself. You're setting an example for your family, your friends, and even people who look up to you. Your laziness isn't just affecting you, it's affecting your legacy. Whether you realize it or not, you are leaving a mark on this world. The question is, will it be one of success or regret? Think about the people you admire most. Are they remembered because they played it safe? No, they took risks, made sacrifices, and kept going when others stopped. I failed more times than I can count before Alibaba became successful. But if I had given up, there would be no Alibaba today. The difference between those who are forgotten and those who are remembered is simple: the willingness to keep building, even when it's hard. So what are you doing today that will matter in 10, 20, or even 50 years? Are you just trying to survive, or are you building something bigger than yourself? Because in the end, your legacy isn't written in one big moment. It's created in the small decisions you make every single day. And if you want to build a legacy, there's only one thing that truly matters. At the end of the day, nothing matters except what you do. Plans, intentions, and dreams mean nothing without action. I've seen countless people with brilliant ideas, but ideas don't change the world. Execution does. If you want success, don't spend all your time thinking about it. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is simple: the courage to act without hesitation. I always tell people, your future isn't a fantasy, it's a result of what you do right now. Many wait for the perfect conditions, but let me tell you a secret. There is no perfect time. The market won't wait for you. Your competitors won't wait for you. The world moves fast, and the ones who hesitate get left behind. The only way to create the future you want is to take massive, consistent action. When we started Alibaba, we had no money, no connections, and no certainty of success. But we had one thing: we took action every single day. Some days were hard, some days were painful, but we moved forward anyway. The truth is, most people fail not because they lack intelligence or resources, but because they never start. If not now, when? If not you, who? Many people believe they need more confidence before taking action. But here's the reality. Confidence comes from action, not before it. You don't become confident by waiting. You become confident by doing. The more you act, the more you learn, and the more your self-belief grows. The only way to overcome fear, doubt, and hesitation is through movement. So ask yourself, are you waiting or are you acting? Because no matter how much knowledge you have, no matter how many dreams you hold, nothing changes until you take action. Stop waiting. Start now. Because the biggest enemy of success isn't failure. It's never trying at all. And if you think you still have time, be careful. Because laziness doesn't just delay success, it kills it before it even begins. Dreams don't die all at once. They die slowly, suffocated by procrastination. Every time you say, "I'll do it later," a piece of your potential disappears. The worst part? You don't even realize it's happening. Laziness doesn't feel like destruction. It feels comfortable. That's why it's so dangerous. It keeps you in the same place while making you believe you still have time. I always say, dreams aren't destroyed by failure. They're destroyed by inaction. Failure teaches you. Laziness takes everything from you and gives nothing in return. When I started Alibaba, I failed many times, but each failure made me stronger. What would have truly destroyed me was if I had done nothing at all. The biggest regret people have in life isn't failing, it's never having tried. Many people assume they will start later, but what they don't see is that every delay weakens their ambition. It becomes easier and easier to say, "Not today," and before you know it, years have passed. Laziness doesn't just stop your progress, it kills your momentum. Once you lose momentum, starting again feels impossible. That's why those who take immediate action always win. Here's the truth. There is no right time to start chasing your dreams. You don't need more information, more motivation, or more money. You need to take the first step. Do it now. Do it imperfectly, but just do it. Because every action, no matter how small, moves you forward. and every hesitation pulls you further away. The decision is yours. Do you take action, or do you let laziness kill your dream before it even begins? If you've been waiting for a sign to start, this is it. Start before you're ready. Move before you feel like it. Because the opportunities you miss today may never come back. And speaking of opportunities, do you know the real cost of laziness? Because it's higher than you think. Laziness has a hidden cost that most people never see. The opportunities that never come back. Every time you choose comfort over action, you are paying a price. The problem is, you won't realize how expensive it was until it's too late. While you wait for the right time, someone else is already taking the opportunities you should have seized. And once they're gone, they rarely come back. I've seen this happen over and over again. Many talented people had great ideas, but they hesitated. They thought they had time. But the truth is, opportunities don't wait. They go to those who are ready. I always say, opportunities don't just appear. They reveal themselves to those in motion. This is why some people keep winning while others stay stuck. Winners take action before they feel ready. When I started Alibaba, e-commerce was still new in China. Most people didn't believe in it. If I had waited for certainty, someone else would have built it first. That's why I tell entrepreneurs, if you see an opportunity, don't think for too long. Act. The market moves fast. Those who hesitate, lose. Those who move, lead. Most people assume that playing it safe is the best choice. But here's the truth. Inaction is the riskiest decision of all. While you do nothing, the world is changing. The skills that made you valuable yesterday might be useless tomorrow. If you don't evolve, you will be left behind. Success belongs to those who are constantly moving forward. So, what will you do? Will you keep waiting, thinking that you have time? Or will you take control of your future before it's too late? Because in the end, the opportunities you don't take are the ones you'll regret the most. And if you think luck will save you, you're mistaken. Because the real key to success isn't luck, talent, or intelligence. It's something much simpler, yet more powerful. Many people think success is about talent or luck. But if you look at the most successful people in the world, you'll notice one thing. Discipline beats talent every time. Talent without discipline is wasted potential. But even an ordinary person with enough discipline can achieve extraordinary success. The question isn't whether you're talented, it's whether you have the discipline to keep going when things get tough. When I built Alibaba, I wasn't the smartest person in the room. In fact, I failed my university entrance exams multiple times. I was rejected from 30 jobs, including KFC. But I had one thing. I refused to stop. I always tell people, the secret to success isn't being the best. It's being the one who never gives up. Those who succeed aren't always the most gifted, but they are always the most disciplined. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. Because the truth is, motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel inspired, other days you won't. If you rely on motivation, you'll only work when you feel like it. But successful people, they work even when they don't want to. They don't let emotions control their actions. They let their actions control their emotions. Think of the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders. They all have one thing in common. They show up every single day, no matter what. A professional runner doesn't train only when they feel inspired. A great musician doesn't practice only when they're in the mood. And the most successful entrepreneurs don't build businesses only when things are easy. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. So the next time you think about skipping a task, ask yourself, is this helping me move forward or keeping me stuck? Because success isn't about big moments. It's about small, daily habits repeated over time. And the biggest difference between winners and losers? Winners keep going when everyone else stops. And that leads us to the final difference between those who succeed and those who fail. What separates those who succeed from those who fail? It's not intelligence, resources, or luck. It's the ability to keep going when things get tough. Everyone faces obstacles, but winners push through them while quitters walk away. Success isn't about never failing, it's about never stopping. Most people give up too soon, never realizing how close they were to a breakthrough. I failed more times than I can count. I was rejected from jobs, denied by universities, and turned down by investors. At one point, no one believed in Alibaba, not even the banks. But I didn't stop. Why? Because I knew that the only real failure is giving up. I always tell people, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure. Every successful person has faced rejection. What made them different was their refusal to quit. Most people quit because success takes longer than they expected. They start with excitement, but give up when progress is slow. But here's the truth. Great things take time. Look at any successful entrepreneur, athlete, or artist. None of them achieved success overnight. They kept going, even when it felt impossible. If you stop now, you will never know how close you were. People often assume that winners are fearless, but that's not true. Winners feel fear just like everyone else, but they act anyway. They don't let fear control them. They don't let setbacks define them. They understand that failure is just a lesson, not a reason to stop. Quitters let fear decide for them. Winners take control of their own future. So, which one are you? Will you keep moving forward no matter what? Or will you let temporary struggles define your entire future? Because in the end, the only thing standing between you and success is one decision. Keep going or give up. And if you're still hesitating, remember this final rule of success. If you wait until you're ready, you'll never start. This is one of the biggest lies people tell themselves. I'll start when the time is right. But the truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who wait for the right time. They're the ones who take action despite uncertainty. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who move. I always tell people, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. I didn't know everything about business when I started Alibaba. I had never built a company before. But I knew one thing. If I didn't start, someone else would. Most people waste their lives waiting for the stars to align, only to realize later that they should have acted sooner. Successful people don't have all the answers before they begin. They learn as they go. If you keep waiting until you're fully prepared, you'll be waiting forever. The world changes too fast. By the time you feel ready, the opportunity will be gone. That's why I always say, opportunities don't just appear, they reveal themselves to those in motion. If you want success, start moving. Everything else will fall into place. Many people think that avoiding risk keeps them safe, but waiting is the biggest risk of all. While you hesitate, others are learning, growing, and taking action. 1 year from now, you'll either look back and see progress or regret. The difference is what you choose to do today. The question isn't whether you should start, it's whether you're willing to live with the regret of not starting. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Start now, start messy, but just start. Because in the end, the most successful people aren't the smartest or the luckiest. They're the ones who had the courage to take action when everyone else was still waiting. And if you want to build a future you're proud of, there's only one choice left to make. Your future won't be shaped by what you want. It will be shaped by what you do. Dreams don't create success. Actions do. Every day, you make a choice. To take a step forward or to stay exactly where you are. And the truth is, there is no such thing as standing still. You are either growing or falling behind. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Some take action, while others only think about it. I always tell young people, every decision you make is either an investment in your future or a waste of your potential. If you want to be successful, treat your time like the most valuable currency in the world, because it is. Laziness is expensive. Procrastination is costly. The price of inaction is far greater than the effort of taking action. But most people don't see it until it's too late. The reason most people fail isn't because they lack intelligence or opportunity. It's because they never take the first step. They overthink, they hesitate, and then they watch others pass them by. I was not the smartest person in my school. I failed exams. I was rejected from jobs, but I took action, even when I had every reason to doubt myself. And that one decision, to move forward no matter what, changed everything. People always ask me, Jack, what's the key to success? And my answer is always the same. Stop waiting, start doing. The world doesn't reward ideas. It rewards execution. If you want to change your life, don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the right mood. Just start. Because success isn't built in a single moment. It's built in the small choices you make every single day. So ask yourself, are you building your future or are you letting it slip away? The choice is yours. Laziness is a habit, so is action. And the life you will have 10 years from now depends on which one you choose today. Which one will you choose?
Jack Ma has always been known for his unfiltered wisdom, bold insights, and relentless optimism. In this electrifying talk, he delivered one of the most eye-opening truths about success. Laziness is the silent killer of dreams. With his signature blend of humor and hard-earned experience, Jack Ma broke down why most people never reach their full potential. Not because they lack intelligence or opportunity, but because they hesitate, procrastinate, and wait for a perfect moment that never comes. Throughout this speech, he didn't hold back. He exposed the invisible cost of laziness, the myth of motivation, and the one rule that separates winners from those who spend their lives making excuses. If you've ever struggled with procrastination, self-doubt, or a lack of direction, this message will hit you hard. Because the truth is, success doesn't belong to the smartest or the luckiest. It belongs to those who take action. Jack Ma's journey proves this lesson better than any textbook. He failed his university entrance exams not once, but twice. He applied for over 30 jobs and got rejected by all of them, including KFC. Even Harvard turned him down 10 times. But instead of waiting, instead of giving up, he did the only thing that matters. He kept moving forward. And today, his name is known across the world. Now that you've heard the truth, there's only one question left. What are you going to do about it? Will you let laziness steal another day, another opportunity, another dream? Or will you take control and start acting now? Because here's the reality. Nothing changes until you do. Jack Ma has proven time and time again that success isn't about luck, talent, or waiting for the right moment. It's about relentless action. The world doesn't reward those who hesitate. It rewards those who move forward, even when they're unsure, even when they're afraid, even when they don't feel ready. Think about it. What's one thing you've been postponing? That business idea? That skill you've been meaning to learn? That step toward financial freedom? Whatever it is, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. So, which part of this speech impacted you the most? Drop a comment below and share your biggest takeaway. What's the one thing you'll do differently from today forward? Let's make this a commitment. Write it down and make it real. And before you go, hit that subscribe button so you don't lose this channel. The truth is, if you don't subscribe now, you'll probably never find it again. And trust me, this is the kind of content that will keep pushing you toward your goals. So turn on notifications and keep learning, keep growing. And if you're ready for the next step, don't stop here. Watch this next video, Jack Ma, the 7 biggest secrets of one of the world's richest men, where we'll dive even deeper into the mindset, discipline, and strategies you need to win. Success belongs to those who take action. Are you ready?